fact.
I love a good fun fact.
Who doesn't? Ben Hansen coming through with the fun facts in the three-man booth tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, I guess.
That's big time.
Hansen, that's O-N.
Thank you very much for the correction. I was waiting for that. I'm Norwegian, not Swedish.
Come on, Phil. Phil is our cameraman tonight, for those of you who don't understand that reference, to our wonderful people over at Sunrise Communications who help us put on these broadcasts. They do a wonderful job for us. So it will be Torres stepping up, getting ready to kick things off here at the Bean.
One thing that immediately jumps off the page is that Reed Bartley and Noah Gully are no longer central defenders. You have Drew Shea and Justin Hill in the back for the first time.
Yeah, Hill, a freshman with big shoes to fill, both literally and metaphorically. Noah Gully is just a big human being,
a massive
saying at
man.
6'5", like 250. Hill, though, no slouch himself, a 6'2" freshman coming out here from Charlotte, North Carolina. And right away, the Thunder have an opportunity as Max Carey plays it ahead for Woodfin. Woodfin drops this one back. He's got Wade sent into the box. Knocked down a shot right into the body of Westermeyer. Good positioning there for the junior out of St. Paul.
Yeah, as you can see on the replay, Will Woodfin lays it back to Andrew Wade, who threads a beautiful ball into the box. A tough deflection right to the feet of Will Woodfin, who's able to put a shot on net but doesn't touch the keeper all that much.
Biddlecombe rolls this one to the outside. Hulse plays it ahead, back to him. Drops it all the way back to Shea. Shea forward looking for Green, intercepted here. The Olas trying to get something going, and Biddlecombe showing some confidence right away, coming off his line to handle that one in the face of pressure from Kyle Lehman.
Yeah, exactly. No hesitancy there. I think one player to highlight in the middle of the field who has the ball right now, Andrew Wade, played significant minutes last year. A distributor, a beautiful passer of the ball. Someone to highlight.
This one dropped all the way back, now at the feet of Lucas. Played forward in the center. That's McCray Hokinson. Now Carter plays this one back to Zalk. Centering ball for Torres. Taken away by Kapitanuk, and a physical battle in the midfield. The refs letting him play early on here. Hulse moving forward. Has Green on the near sideline. Back to Hulse. Moving towards the middle, plays it in, threaded the needle, looking for Moyes. Green intercepts this one. Has Moyes. And Moyes tripped up and goes down, so a set piece coming for the Thunder in their attacking third right on the edge. And it looks like it will be Wade stepping forward to set this one up. Set piece is something this men's team has been very good at these past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, they work hard on these set pieces. Andrew Wade's going to look for the head of one of the many bodies in the box right now.
Moyes knocks that one down, played forward. Carey chips it across the center of the box, and that will earn the Thunder a corner after the clearance.
A good start right here. 2 set piece chances right in a row. It looks like we have Jacob Kapitanuk going over to take the corner kick.
Yeah, Kapitanuk, a sophomore this year, saw significant time as a freshman, however, and definitely has earned this starting role in the midfield. Kapitanuk steps up, plays this one, looking far post, and in the way is Westermeyer.
Yeah, good ball there, just a bit too close to the keeper, looking for that back post run.
Anytime the ball strays inside the 6, as you just saw, the keeper's usually going to be able to get his hands on it fairly easily. Wade pressing forward, providing the pressure. That one squirts out to Stewart. Played it forward, but nobody there who's looking for Lehman.
Lehman, someone who scored 2 goals in the season last year. The only one returning who had a multiple goal season on this St. Olaf side.
And Biddlecombe Looked a little rushed there in the face of pressure from the senior Lehman. The freshman getting tested right away. He seems to be doing all right so far. Shea ahead to Holz. Moyes looking for Green, intercepted by Torres. This one chipped ahead, beautiful ball looking for Josh Green. Green battling. That one gets poked away from him, but it will stay Thunder ball. So he earns a throw after going against Lucas.
Yeah, really nice ball there from Kapitanek. Finds Josh Green's foot. Here we ball in.
Wade was looking for Woodfin, instead finds Carey. Carey fires a sharp angle shot. Rebound, no good. Couple of great saves from Westermeyer. Keep the Thunder off the board early. That one was set up beautifully in the middle. Just waiting for Moyes to put it away, but a half step behind, as you see on the replay.
Yeah, Moyes had a chance right at the end. Tried to slide in and get the ball, but a good defensive play right there.
So a long throw coming from the Thunder. This one tossed into the box, looking for the head. And that will be cleared out initially, but Kapitanek corrals it. Physical battle there against Lucas. Or pardon me, that was against Carter. Thunder retain possession as Wade reverses field. A one-time ball into the box. Carey gets a shoulder on it but can't corral. This one dropped back to Wade. Now Holz on the near side. Shea will play this all the way back to Biddlecombe. Finds Shea on the near side. He's got some space. Ahead to Green at midfield. Right back to Shea. One time over the top looking for Carey. Carey gets up, gets a head on it. Moyes chasing it down with speed. And Moyes is going to get called for a foul. Pulling down, I believe, Danny Zalk. Chasing down that ball.
Well, they've been playing physical all game. You had to wonder when they were going to call their first penalty.
Yeah, these first 7 minutes or so have been used to just probe and figure out how far the rest will let them go, and I think we found the line.
Like Conor McGregor trying to figure out what kind of punches he could throw at Floyd Mayweather, which was not many.
And we'll see another stoppage here, and it looks like it might be a booking.
Looks like it's just going to be a talking to.
Yeah, it will not be, just a stern look.
Just a stern look.
And a slap on the wrist.
Don't do it again. That's Jack Stradinger, who on the program is listed as a midfielder, but tonight Coach DeCluth got him at left back.
Yeah, and Stradinger coming off a injury that caused him to miss all of last season. So it's great to see him back out onto the field as he plays this one ahead. Carey has Moyes on the far side, the Thunder with numbers. Carey cuts back, looking for somewhere to go. Still with space, drops it back, Stradinger. That one deflected out wide. And the Thunder with a couple of awesome opportunities early on in this game. You see Max Carey with just incredible ball skills. Find Stradinger, who just mishits it a little bit.
Yeah, a couple of great cuts from Max Carey to open up a shot for Jack Stradinger. Just mishits it, as you said, Nate, a bit. The ball rolls out for a goal kick.
Westermeyer will send this one away. Ball rattles around a little bit. Wade takes control, has Green. Wade again.
Oh.
Green does a good job of getting that outside to Stradinger. Shea with it. Wade. Looking for Woodfin on the far side. Now Woodfin has it. Stradinger trying to overlap there with a good defensive effort on the far side from Gilligan.
Wheaton's certainly starting to look a little bit more crisp. At the beginning of the half, beginning of the game, they came out and they looked a little bit disjointed, weren't really sure where to go with the ball, and now they're starting to put some oomph behind each of these passes.
Poked forward for the Thunder as they will earn themselves a throw-in. Holst drops it in to Wade. Moyes, he takes a tumble, no whistle. And Moyes a little slow to get up. The Oilies possessing for now. Played ahead for McCray Hokinson. Taken away by Kapitanuk. Left for Wade. Wade cuts across, and there will be a foul back towards midfield as it's Kapitanuk still down.
Yeah, it looked like initially the ref wanted to play the advantage. But then out of concern for the players who was down, decided to bring it back and give the foul.
Hill plays this one into the box. Green misses it. Wade can't control. Now the Oilies going the other direction. It will be Carter. And a good effort by Woodfin to get his foot in there and poke that ball away from Amani. McCray Hokinson gets it taken away. Now Carey pushing forward. Finds Green. Green controls in the middle of the field, chips it ahead. Moyes chasing it down. He's got wheels, but cleared out by Lucas, and it will be a Thunder throw-in.
I think one way that Wheaton's really going to probe this Oilies defense is in the counterattack. I think with players like Max Carey, the speed that he possesses, a counterattack is especially lethal when you can catch the defense on their heels.
Another throw-in coming for the Thunder. Strattinger to take it. Headed straight down. Carey controls, and now headed out of danger by Zalk. Chipped over the top of Green. Now the Thunder chasing it down. That'll be Holst. Forward to Wade. Drop back to Hill. The freshman with room to move. Takes it up towards midfield. Ball finds the feet of Moyes. He gets taken down, no whistle. And now a clearance off the foot of Brockhard. Shea plays it to the near side for Holst. Holst now feeling the pressure, back to Shea. Wade with it. Holst looking for Wade, sneaking in behind Stewart. Stewart got his foot in the lane. Now McCray Hokinson loses it as Wade takes it away. Kapitanuk. And nobody behind Wade as he's just going to let that one roll off the near side. It'll be a throw-in coming for the Oilies.
I think something that's going to be important for this Wheaton side is to make sure that they're maintaining their width. You can see Josh Green on the right side trying to get as wide as possible so that they can attack from the flanks. A place that's generally open and susceptible to easy crosses.
Amani chips this one through. Ball loose, rolling around in the box as it got poked away from Lehman. Now Amani back with it on the near side. He'll drop it out to Carter. Stewart. Torres all the way back to Lucas. Field reversal to Gilligan. Now played ahead, looking for McCray Hokinson, but he's caught off sides. The flag is up on the far side.
It's a good show right there from the Wheaton back line, staying compact, staying even, and moving with one another to force the offsides call.
Wade drops it immediately back to Shea. Holtz. Green.
Come on, AJ. Come on, AJ. AJ.
Carey with it. Trying to take on a pair of defenders on his own. That ball gets to Wade. Wade plays this one all the way back to Hill.
Wheaton looking a little bit sloppy with their passes as of late. Kind of passing it in just the open spaces. Losing that crispness that they had for a few minutes there.
15 minutes gone in the first half. Score still 0-0. The Thunder with a few good chances in the first 5 minutes of this one, however. St. Olaf still looking to hit their stride on the offensive end.
Yeah, exactly. The two defenders, Justin Hill and Drew Shea in the back. They look to be comfortable back there, manning down that back line. I think Coach DeClute has a lot of confidence in them.
Thunder will earn a throw-in on the far side. Stradinger set to take it. This one headed around, still loose. High clearance will end up in the feet of Lehman. Drop back to Torres. Now Carter. Lucas. Forward to McCray-Hokinson. Stewart can't get it by Holtz, who clears it out on the near side.
That was a good read from Holtz right there. He could have, lunged in and not contained the player, but instead he waited on it and read the pass before he could get past him and cut it out.
So a long throw going into the box for the Olies, but the size of the freshman Hill on that back line, standing at 6'2", he gets that one cleared off his head, at least for the time being. Torres with it. Now taken away. And that will be a foul called. And no stoppage, so won't be a card.
Definitely a bit of a dangerous challenge there from Capitana coming from the back. I think he's lucky he got off without a card, though.
So McCray-Hokinson to take this one, chips it in to the box, headed out of danger. And that will be a handball. And stoppage for a brief moment. And it looked like the referee will just be gathering the captains to have a word about the physicality of the game so far.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he wants to administer any cards this early on, but I think he definitely wants to set the tone early that this isn't going to be a chippy game.
Hill playing it forward, has Kapitanek. Inside to Moyes. Moyes loses control of that one. Recovery there. Stradinger across to Shea. Now Holtz with it. Holtz moving forward. Moyes trying to gain the corner. There'll be a throw-in for the Thunder on the near sideline. This one dropped in short to Josh Green. Ooh, fancy move there. Now into the box, a shot fired and headed up in the air, still bouncing around in the box. The Oli's not out of danger yet as Carey has it. Carey sends it back in. Wade with it. Wade dancing through defenders. He's still got it somehow. And now he loses the ball, and the Oli's will be going the other way.
Yeah, dangerous moment there for the Olies. We've had a couple chances now in that box where Wheaton has gotten a nice ball kind of teed up for a nice shot, and there's just been a few mishits on a couple of fairly open shots.
And both times, Patty Gilligan almost instinctually just threw his body in front of the ball and was able to punch it out.
So a long throw in for the Thunder, flicked on off the head of Carey, and then it will deflect out of bounds, and the Thunder will have yet another corner kick.
Thunder, corner kick.
Yeah, the play of Max Carey so far has been incredibly encouraging. He's all over the field. He's streaking up that left flank often. He's had a couple of heroic headers to put the ball in a perfect position. I love what he's doing out there.
So Kapitanek to send this one in. Looking back post. Carey chases this one down, keeps it in play, but not quite. There'll be a goal kick coming for the Olies as Westermeyer gets set to send it away.
Yeah, it looked like Carey almost had another chance there, but just corner kick was just a little bit too far, and he couldn't corral it in time to set up another offensive attack.
It looks like we're getting ready to have a few subs for the Thunder. Waiting around is Austin Pack, a sophomore, to come into the game. An opportunity for the Thunder here as Moyes chases it down, but can't control as Lucas just clears that one off the end line, so the Thunder will get a corner, and Moyes is all sorts of fired up.
Yeah, great opportunity there. A.J. Moyes really hustling, almost getting a nice chance to put a shot on net, but forcing a corner kick, forcing St. Olaf to make a mistake to get that corner kick.
And it will be Green coming off to get a breather as Pack comes in. And Pack with the ball right away sends one pretty deep. Corralled by Carey, who keeps it inbounds. Tries to get around his defender, Zalk.
Yeah, it looked like Wade there was looking for a back post run, just put a little too much mustard on it.
So throw in coming, or a free kick coming for the Olies after the whistle. This one played long, but nobody there for St. Olaf, so the Thunder will clear it right back down. Played ahead for Woodfin. Woodfin looking to gain some room, loses his footing and goes down. And now the Olies going the other way, intercepted by Wade. Holz. Now Woodfin. Center to Carey. Carey drops this one all the way back to Shea. Played across to Hill.
And that's good depth right there from the Wheaton back line, providing a lot of support for the Wheaton midfield. Oh my gosh.
And Moyes all alone fires a shot, an incredible save by Westermeyer.
Wow.
How did that happen?
As you can see on the replay, a beautiful ball from Drex Stradinger right to the feet of Moyes. Was able to set up a nice shot. Takes a right foot shot. Looking for the bottom left corner, but a beautiful kick save.
Yeah, incredible technique by Westermeyer there, taking up as much space and as much angle as possible.
I think Moyes was surprised to be so open.
Wow.
Westermeyer being aggressive there, coming off his line to handle the corner.
Yeah, a couple of nice back-to-back plays from Westermeyer.
Shea can't handle that punt, but it ends up at the feet of Wade. Holst sends it up to Woodfin. Tries to leave it, but that's intercepted by Stewart. Stewart down to the corner looking for McCray Hokinson. And McCray Hokinson trips up Holst and earns a foul.
Yeah, there was a point there where the Wheaton back line didn't communicate enough, and Drew Shea and Jackson Holtz were just kind of looking at each other, waiting for the next person to get the ball. It's vital for these players to be communicating as much as possible, especially in this loud atmosphere at Joe Bean Stadium.
Shea plays this one short to Holtz. Centering ball has Wade with space. Nobody stepping up to stop Wade until midfield. This is Moyes with it, looking to gain the end line. Takes a tumble and earns the whistle, so it'll be a free kick for the Thunder.
And you saw there why Wade is so integral to this Wheaton attack. It's so important to have a player that can help you build from the back in order to set up offense when you don't have a counterattacking opportunity.
Wade sends this one into the box, headed on, but over the crossbar, off the head of Carey.
Entering the game for Wheaton,
Yeah,
number
really
8, John Dunlop,
impressive
number 12, Tyler Robbins,
Curved
number
ball
17,
in
Peter
from Andrew
Whalen.
Wade. Finds the head of Max Carey.
Just too high.
Just can't direct it on net, but a beautiful opportunity.
So Will Douglas enters for St. Olaf, and it will be the trio of Robbins, Dunlop, and Whalen entering for the Thunder.
And Robbins is a player that got a lot of minutes last year. That's certainly a great player coming off the bench right there.
Yeah, a similar style of play to Moyes, who's seen so far, just really quick, does a lot of overlapping runs. And Robbins is one of those players, he's a junior now, but has been seeing time on this field since he was a freshman.
Yeah, exactly. And historically, the Wheaton College soccer team loves to build from the back and loves their outside backs to be quick, box-to-box players that can contribute to the attack just as much as they contribute on defense. Tyler Robbins is one of those players.
Holtz with it. Plays it forward to Woodfin. Off the body of Stort, and it will be a throw-in for the Ollies. First, a few substitutions.
Into the game for St. Olaf, number 18,
For
Lucas
St. Olaf, it will
Gallman.
be number 18,
For
Lucas
Wheaton,
Gallman.
Number 2, Mistiger Wingate, and number 6, Chad Miller.
And Chad Muller and Misker Wingate will enter the game for the Thunder. We'll see Moyes get a break. We'll see Holtz get a break.
Yeah, a lot of young players getting opportunities right now. Peter Whalen also in up top for Max Carey. A great young, promising player.
Gallman drops this one back. Thunder providing pressure. Ends up with Wade with an interception. Near side, Woodfin. Wade, Woodfin in space, working inside the box, sends it on. And Westermeyer will handle that one.
It was a beautiful give and go. And even though Westermeyer's been having a great game, he's had to make a lot of nice saves. Thunder have been putting the pressure on.
Yeah, exactly. A beautiful layoff from Andrew Wade to Will Woodfin, who's able to sneak in a nice quick shot. But Westermeyer isn't fooled.
Woodfin trying to go low with that one and get some sort of deflection from Westermeyer, because you saw both Wingate and I believe it was Dunlop maybe on the far side, crashing on the far post.
Yeah, exactly. Will Woodfin, a player, very quick on the ball, great ball skills, a player to watch out for.
Stewart will send this one in on the set piece, going right at Biddlecombe, and he handles that one with ease.
He passes the first test. It's got to be nerve-wracking to be a freshman in front of this atmosphere. Even though it's your home crowd, it's an enormous crowd. They're into it. Got to be nerve-wracking, but he passes his first test.
Wade with it, plays it near side for Miller. Miller chips it down for Whalen. And all the defender can do, Lucas, is just play it off the near side for a throw-in.
Yeah, really good thought there from Chad Miller. A beautiful ball into Peter Whalen's feet, forces a throw-in.
So it will be a long throw as Woodfin sends us into the box. Whalen gets a head on it, deflected by Miller, picked up by Westermeyer once again.
Yeah, those long throws are difficult to corral, especially in the box when you've got many people trying to head the ball out.
And Westermeyer forced to play that one out of bounds after the pressure from Pack. And Whalen got to him.
Wheaton's starting to get get on a little bit of a roll here. They've had the ball on the defensive end for a while now.
16 minutes to play in the first half. The Thunder trying to build something here. This one played in from the far side. Wade is there, fires a shot on the half volley, handled by Westermeyer.
Oh, a really nice ball from the substitute Wingate. Cuts it back inside and finds Andrew Wade at the top of the box, who kicks it up to himself and looks to one-time it, but can't get enough mustard on it. That would have been a super strike.
I believe they called that a wonder goal.
A wonder goal.
Wade with it now. Finds Woodfin, drop back to Miller. Wade once again carries across midfield.
Ooh.
Miller with a nice move, and then reverses field as the freshman Hill. Now Miller looking ahead, and headed out of immediate danger by Stewart. Now looking into the middle and finding the foot of Lehman, but Lehman can't corral, and it'll end up with Shea. Wade plays it over the top, flicked on. The Thunder with an opportunity. That's Pack, but Westermeyer cuts in front of him and picks it up.
Yeah, Pack's another player that didn't get much time last year because of injury concerns, but he's back this year. Outside midfielder who's very quick on the ball.
And this one headed all the way back to Biddlecombe. Not sensing any pressure, so he takes his time, plays it to Wade. Whalen with a nice leave, and that gets poked away. Dunlop can't corral that one, so now the Ole's with an opportunity here. Chasing it down is Lehman, and a beautiful tackle by Shea. Clears that off the near side, and it'll be a throw-in.
Yeah, Shea, especially accustomed to playing on the outside generally, but looks comfortable in that center back position. Just made a beautiful slide tackle to cut out the danger.
So it will be another long throw from the Ole's. Here it comes from Stewart into the box. And that one will be headed out of immediate danger. Whalen gives it back. This one just sent deep and way off target, so the Thunder will be able to reset.
Yeah, it looked like Gallman was looking to find someone on the receiving end of that and just couldn't, just put a little too much mustard on that.
Torres with it. Loses control momentarily. Thunder trying to get it back. It gets all the way back to Lucas. Stewart near side. And unable to control it is Douglas, but it will lead for an Olaf corner kick. A few substitutions for the Oles. It will be Olaf Morkberg, and for the Thunder it will be Shane Coplin. Coplin, another freshman, seeing time for this team. It's been a theme all night long across both games that we've been here for.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of freshmen and young players getting opportunities, looking to get experience early and contributions in the now.
The long throw headed out of danger. Now Wade with it. Played right to the foot of Stewart. Coplin bodies him off the ball. And that'll be a whistle for a dangerous play as Stewart is sitting on top of the ball trying to play it on. And Stewart and Miller starting to trade words.
Yeah, I think Stewart was a bit frustrated after a little tangle with Shane Coplin.
Loose ball in the midfield. That one's handled by Morkeberg. Three Thunder defenders collapsing there on Gallman, and it will lead to an Ole throw-in.
An important thing for Wheaton right now, who haven't gotten the ball back in their opponent's defensive end in a little while now, is when they get the ball to corral it in the back, build from the back, and allow their players to begin to make runs, do combination plays, and 1-2s and things like that in order to get back in St. Olaf's defensive end.
And now another tangle will lead to a Thunder free kick. It looked like Missiker Wingate got mixed up with Jovan Carter. And the referee having a brief word with Carter after that one.
Well, Wingate's not huge, but he was able to use his body nonetheless to block him out and let the ball go out of bounds.
The long ball headed back to Dunlop. He finds Wade. Wade near side has Coplin. Coplin into the box. Wingate flicks that one on, and all Westermeyer can do is tip that over the crossbar, and it will be a Thunder corner kick. You see a beautiful ball, and Wingate getting way up there, standing at 5'5" and beating out all the defenders to get his head on that one.
Yeah, exactly. He really got up and put a really competitive header on net, forcing the keeper to make a tough save, Westermeyer.
Now Pack will play this one in, looking near post, and that one headed out of the box by Morkeberg. The Thunder sending another one in. Thunder still controlling. Wade with it, pokes it ahead. Wingate with space, fires a shot. Westermeyer makes the save on the near post.
Yeah, you can see it on the replay. Wade heads towards the goal, plays the ball out to Wingate, and Wingate finds space and is able to take a nice shot to the right side of the net. Just a little bit too far to beat the keeper.
I think Wingate might have thought he had less time than he did. Shot seemed a little rushed, and there was nobody within about 8 yards of him.
Yeah, he may have been able to take another touch and get some momentum behind that shot, even more so than he already had.
And a great defensive play there on the far side. That's Robbins. And just able to honestly use the attacker's momentum against him and just send that ball off and earn a goal kick.
Yeah, exactly.
8.5 minutes to play in the first half here at Joe Bean Stadium. Still scoreless between the Thunder and the Olies. You're watching the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. Second half of our soccer doubleheader tonight. We will have the same thing tomorrow as we get the conclusion of the Bob Baptista Classic here. The Thunder men's team will take on Loris. I believe the women's will as well.
Yeah, women put on a chance. Oh
my.
A sharp angle shot there. Didn't look like it had any potential to be dangerous, but that one rings off the outside of the post from the foot of Lehman.
Yeah, Kyle Lehman's a name that we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast. A beautiful shot right there with a whole lot of pace. Saved by the post there.
I think Biddlecombe was of the same mind as we were up here, not thinking that Lehman could possibly put one on cage from that angle.
Yeah, it was definitely a shallow angle.
And now the Thunder with an opportunity. Wingate comes flying in. Dunlop unable to control her pack, pardon me. Now the Olies looking to push ahead as Stewart sends that one forward, but Miller handles it. Coplin. Oh, Whalen with a nice chip to get Coplin into space. Wingate sends that one slow roller into the box where Westermeyer will handle it and pick it up after some pressure from Whalen.
And Wheaton's formation tonight is fairly interesting. They got 4 in the back and then Andrew Wade playing kind of a defensive midfield position, and then 2 attacking midfielders with a striker and 2 wingers. A very attack-minded set that they're going with.
And the freshman Coplin trying to find some space, but that's poked out by Lucas. He's been a strong defender in the back left position for the Olies tonight. Coplin gets the throw. Now Miller sending this one on frame towards Westermeyer. He takes it on the short hop.
It looked like Miller was trying to cross it there, and it just kind of got away from him a little bit and curved right towards the keeper.
Westermeyer will send this one away. Played forward, now dropped back to Stewart. Carter. Centering ball. Dunlop ends up with that one for the Thunder. Finds Wingate. Wingate can't quite get that one through. It's knocked down by Zalk. Now the Thunder with an opportunity, but taken away at the last moment by Gallman. Pokes that one away from Wingate.
That was a nice pass from Whalen.
Yeah,
Touch
nice pass from Whalen. And a good idea from Austin Pack to lay it back to the left back, Tyler Robbins, to restart the attack.
Ooh. Miller with a nice fake, finds Whalen. Whalen looking for space, fires a shot, blocked down. And now that will end up with Carter, and the Olies will be going the other way as Torres gets it.
Yeah, it's good to see Peter Whalen looking to take shots early on from distance. And that shot looked like it had some good pace on it, though it was deflected.
Shea handles that as it rolls harmlessly back towards him. Thunder launching out of their defensive third now. Robbins drop back to Hill. Hiddle, Coleman, Hill playing a two-man game. Now Shea on the reversal.
These last 4.5 minutes are going to be pivotal, really, for the whole landscape of this game. Going into the half with a one-goal lead or a tie totally changes your mental, even a one-goal deficit. It's important for both of these teams to stay focused and keep attacking.
Now the Thunder, as Wingate fires one from distance towards the far post, or near post from his vantage point.
Yeah, Wheaton's certainly not afraid to fire from distance, really trying to test this keeper early on and make sure that they're not letting him off easy.
Robbins playing this one ahead. Pair of defenders there, and it will be a foul called. I think that'll be called against Zalk, the right back defender. And now a talking to from the referee as Zalk poked that ball away from the free kick point to try to slow things down, a bit of gamesmanship.
Yeah, exactly, but still no cautions.
That is something that has been very interesting. This is how physical this game has been and borderline chippy at a few points. The refs are still keeping their cards in their pockets so far.
Yep.
A little miscommunication there between Miller and the attacking players for the Thunder. That one rolls harmlessly into the box for Westermeyer to pick up. Wade makes a move to get around Douglas. Now Miller, back to Shea. Hill with space. Inside 3 minutes to play in the first half, still scoreless here at Joe Bean Stadium. Thunder possessing the ball very well so far tonight.
Yeah, exactly. The Wheaton back line doing a good job of providing a lot of depth and a lot of space for the midfield and forwards to pass it back and restart offense and get offense going.
Torres plays it to Gallman. A good defensive effort from Wingate to put that ball off course and cause the Olies to reset. Douglas can't do anything with that. It ends up with Copland. Now Wade. Oh. Nice little step over from Wade. His technical skills, the ball at his feet, so good as we've seen throughout his entire career here.
Yeah, his no-look passes even get me. I mean, I don't see it coming.
Wingate with it, plays it ahead, has Whalen. Whalen down to the corner, Wingate once again. Wingate makes a move, trying to find some space, and that'll be a deflection. Final touch will be off the Olies, so the Thunder earn themselves a corner kick with 1:20 to play in the first half.
Wingate's been all over the pitch tonight. I'm shocked he still has the energy.
Yeah, he's been a great sub for Coach DeClute tonight. All over the pitch, as you said, using his speed and his shot power to get a lot of chances.
Pack sends this one in, headed up in the air, and It will be another corner.
In the first half. 1 minute.
So the Thunder will
That's another
reset with
Thunder
another
corner
corner.
kick.
And you can hear the energy from the fan section across from us on the other side of the bean starting to ramp up as they see these last couple moments as an opportunity for the Thunder to really have a huge momentum swing going into the half. Pack sends this one in. Westermeyer handles that as it tails inside the 6.
Westermeyer just fearless. He's got that big body, and he just has the confidence that comes with it. He just goes into traffic and just grabs the ball.
Carter handles that one, drop back to Torres. Torres finds Zalk, now Gilligan. Torres again, taken away by Wade. No whistle, Thunder with numbers. Chipped ahead, Wingate, 7 seconds, Wingate pushing forward.
5.
He has one,
4,
into the center,
3,
chipped up, and just off the outside of the frame. That'll do it for the first half, an exciting half of soccer. We still got 45 left to play after a short break. Stay with us here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. I'm Nate Stein alongside Seth Meyer and Ben Hansen. We'll be right back after this.
Wheaton students, don't forget to stop by the Rikens Rowdies table at the gate to get your t-shirts for this year and to pick up your prize cards for the weekend. In other Wheaton action earlier today, the Wheaton women's soccer team was a 4-1 winner. The women's soccer team will play tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. against Florida College. The Wheaton volleyball team came back for a 3-2 win over Kalamazoo before falling to Heidelberg in their second match in a Bluffton Spectacular.
From the moment I stepped onto campus for the first time, one thing I couldn't help but notice was how numerous the roles were here that contributed to the success of this special place. Asking the question of what service means at Wheaton College yields no straightforward answer. Service at Wheaton is dynamic. Service at Wheaton means something unique and different to every person in every role on this beautiful campus we all call home.
I serve by using my God-given talents to glorify Christ, pushing my body on the soccer field and my mind in the classroom.
This year I served by welcoming the new students to Wheaton College. We want them to know that we care about them and we want them to live well when they're at Wheaton.
I serve Wheaton College by making sure students' living conditions are well kept and encourage a positive atmosphere within the dorm.
I serve by maintaining a safe and orderly environment here at Wheaton College and caring for this awesome community.
Service for me means leading students in developing their minds and teaching them to communicate effectively in the world today.
I serve in Young Life, which is a ministry based completely on relationship. My desire is to walk alongside high school kids to reveal to them the goodness of life that is possible only through Jesus Christ.
Service to me is providing guidance and a listening ear to ensure that students have an enjoyable entry here into Wheaton's community.
I serve by representing the student body of Wheaton College and making decisions that will benefit a diverse community.
Hey y'all, I serve by ensuring Wheaton College is fed and well nourished so that they're ready to take on their studies and other activities.
Service to me means challenging 120 young men every year to become everything God wanted them to be, to excel in the classroom, and become the best football player they possibly can be out here every Saturday afternoon.
Для меня служение – это учеба в другой стране и жизнь в другой культуре, с новыми друзьями как всю жизнь.
Service for me is making sure Wheaton College is always looking at its best.
I serve by doing what a president can do to nurture the spiritual vitality and maintain the theological orthodoxy and promote the academic excellence of Wheaton College.
Service for me is getting involved with ministries here at Wheaton that are designed to reach out to the community here in the Chicago area.
I serve
for Christ
and His kingdom.
I believe are back for our 65 reunion.
Class of 1955.
Class years 1965.
And 1985.
85.
Diane and I were roommates our sophomore year.
I sang in the men's glee club my freshman year.
I was in the first ROTC class that was commissioned in June 6th of 1955.
It's very interesting just chatting with any classmate, how quickly you come up with a connection, either someone that you know, and then just to review memories. I think that's one of the fun things about being here now, and that we didn't know back then. We were classmates.
We were in each other's wedding.
Yeah, we were in each other's wedding.
I waited 3 weeks after graduation to get married. How long?
The next year.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in chapel when Dr. Edmond had his detached retinas. He was the president, and he had bilateral detached retinas, and he had to have his both eyes covered for a month. So after being blinded for a month with these patches, he came, and it was one of the first days he had these patches off, and he preached on a verse in Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 61, and it basically went, "Never doubt in the darkness what God has shown you in the light." And it was such a dramatic thing given what he had come from. And so that's one of the chapel memories, among others, But that's one that I think about often.
I look back, I'm sure you do, grateful for our time here. And grateful for the friends we've made and the contacts, and now to get their stories. It's always such an encouragement, isn't it?
Yeah, for us, Wheaton is a big family, and we belong to it, and that's really special.
And welcome back to Joe Beam Stadium here on Wheaton College's campus. Once again, I am Nate Stein alongside Seth Meyer and Ben Hansen. You're watching the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. Second half of action tonight between Wheaton College and St. Olaf is coming up in just a few minutes. The first half saw no goals, but plenty of opportunities for the Thunder.
Yeah, exactly. Plenty of opportunities for the Thunder. 12 shots, 9 of which were on net. The bulk of the attacking business was done by Wheaton in that last half. St. Olaf only had 1 shot total, that one off the post that almost snuck by Biddlecombe. But in the second half, the key is just going to be building from the back and, maybe catching the opposing team off guard in a counterattack.
Well, Wheaton didn't score any goals last half, but they had plenty of opportunities. Westermeyer was just unreal in the goal today.
Yeah, we've seen the junior keeper, Ben Westermeyer, make just some unreal saves. Mr. Wingate headed one on that Westermeyer had to almost reach on top of the crossbar to poke out. Then you saw the freshman AJ Moyes, literally from the penalty spot right in front of Westermeyer, only him to beat, and Westermeyer just went spread eagle, sprawled out to take out as much space as possible, and was able to get a deflection off his leg and knock that one out wide. But the Thunder have got to break through soon enough. And it's one of those things where you put enough shots on goal, one will sneak by Westermeyer.
Yeah, exactly. 9 saves, an incredible first half from Westermeyer. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep that up for another 45 minutes. Wheaton certainly had their chances.
Yeah, the teams are taking the field. And it should be pretty much the same group that we saw to start out the game for the Thunder. One change I'm seeing right away is that Sean Dunlap will be out there to start things off in the midfield alongside Andrew Wade. For St. Olaf, it does look pretty similar. I think it's going to be the same 11 that started out the game for them as well.
One thing to note was that Coach DeClute gave Max Carey and Josh Green extended rest at the end of that first half. So you should look for them. They're coming back. They're feeling good. They're going to have plenty of energy to go this second half.
Plenty of energy here in the stadium as well as we are getting underway. This one dropped back to Wade to start things off. Pulse with it.
And immediately you see the Wheaton back line providing depth and allowing for space to be accumulating for them to attack with.
Stradinger drops this one back to Hill. Shea with it. Now Shea playing it ahead. And down a heap, it looks like it's Moyes. No whistle, though, as he gets up a little bit slowly, is moving around.
Yeah, strategy that the Wheaton offensive players are employing a lot is they're moving away from the ball as the defense holds the ball and coming back to it, turning around and racing back to the ball, looking for an open passing lane to receive it in turn.
The Olies pushing forward here, but that one rolls harmlessly to the hands of Biddlecombe. Rolled ahead here to Stradinger. And he'll drop this one straight back to the freshman keeper.
Wheaton very patient to begin this first half. Not rushing anything, not wasting any balls, taking their time and picking out the right passes.
This one chipped ahead into the back, it looked like there, of Dunlop. Although a good Thunder goal, a miscommunication there from Westermeyer, and Will Woodfin there to put it home.
Yeah, plenty of pressure being put on Westermeyer from the attacking players, and Westermeyer just made a mistake, kicked it right to Will Woodfin, who was able just to volley it right into the back of the net. As you
barely get it here, as Westermeyer was just looking for Zalk, and Woodfin lurking in the background, was shielded from Westermeyer's view, stepped forward one time, back of the net. Goal Woodfin, assist Westermeyer.
And the crowd has erupted.
Yeah, you see Woodfin immediately making a beeline for the stands and jumping up into the front row the Joe Bean leap, if you will.
Exactly. You got to think that the crowd played somewhat into the nerves of Westermeyer there.
And immediately, Max Carey putting some pressure on Westermeyer, and you can't help but think this one might just explode at this point.
The Thunder goes first to the air for number 22, Will Woodfin.
Well, if they were riding him, if the crowd was riding Westermeyer earlier in the game, they are not going to let him slide by now. The smallest mistake, and they're just going to pounce on it.
The Ole's pushing forward here now. Ball sent into the box, headed up in the air, but out wide of the frame, and it will be a Thunder goal kick.
Yeah, another chance there for Kyle Lehman, who appears to be down in the box right now. Look to get ahead on a cross and catch Biddlecombe napping, but just couldn't direct it on frame. He appears to be okay after being down for a bit.
So goal kick coming now. Wade plays it forward to Dunlop, back to Stradinger. Stradinger sends it across to Shea. One time forward, but nobody there. Gallman controlling the ball. Lehman pokes it forward, looking for Douglas, but that'll be played back to Biddlecombe, who clears this one out of immediate danger. And Woodfin with a dangerous play there and realizes it immediately.
Yeah, and that's going to be a caution right there.
Yeah, it has to be.
That's a very dangerous play. Flying in with the cleats up. Obviously, you can tell he did not mean it.
Wheaton's number 22, Will Woodfin.
He's apologizing profusely.
Yeah, even if it's something unintentional, obviously Woodfin wasn't going in with the intention to injure anybody. But you get your leg up high like that, you're going to get cautioned.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
almost automatic.
Yeah, it's automatic.
So inside 4 minutes gone this second half after the game had just looked to explode in the Thunder's favor. This one will slow it right back down.
Yeah, exactly. We saw a stalemate in the first half. You know, handful of chances for Wheaton, not many for St. Olaf. But Wheaton takes advantage right off the bat. The high pressure, intense style that many of the attacking players on Wheaton were employing paid off in the form of a Westermeyer mistake that allowed Will Woodfin to capitalize for a goal.
Yeah, and we figured that a goal would come eventually just because of the sheer volume of shots Westermeyer faced. I did not at all expect it to be because of a mental lapse like that from a veteran keeper such as Westermeyer.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost as if he didn't see Woodfin right in front of him. It's almost as if he was looking past him, trying to find an outside player. And unfortunately,
and that's a good sign. It was Paddy Gilligan getting up to his feet and walking off under his own power. So it's good to see that. And there will be an injury substitution. It looks like it'll be number 11, Simon Brockard, entering the game. So Brockard will take over the right back position for the Oles. So a free kick coming for the Oles, taken by Lucas, headed out of danger. Now the Thunder going the other way. Wade with it. Nice hesitation move to find his way around Morkeberg. And Wade's still going somehow, now poked out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Oles.
Yeah, Wade uses body language in such a fashion that allows him to deke out defenders and create space for himself for great passes and incredible through balls.
Wade knocks that one down, possessing once again, and once again it will lead to a St. Olaf throw-in. Pushing forward is Douglas. Drops this one back. Now ball played in, looking for Lehman. One bounce in the box. Lehman gets ahead on it. Biddlecombe comes sliding out and dives on that one on the edge of the box. Good aggressive keeping there from the freshman. He looks to be gaining more confidence every minute that goes by in this one.
Yeah, that was a nice snag, because if he doesn't get that, St. Olaf player gets it, wide open goal.
Lucas heads that one down out of danger for the Olies. Moyes providing the pressure there. Gallman loses it. The Thunder now with an opportunity. Chipped ahead, looking, I believe, for Moyes making a run there. Zalk with it. Taken away by Dunlap. Finds Woodfin. Woodfin plays it ahead, has Moyes. Moyes with some space, has some room at the top of the box. That one cleared out the side, and it will be a Thunder throw-in.
Yeah, nice play there by Will Woodfin to just put the ball out in front of him. Finds A.J. Moyes running in stride.
It will be a long throw coming out of the hands of Woodfin as the Thunder set up. It's similar to a corner. Here it comes, and Westermeyer just a step outside the 6 to handle that one.
Yeah, it didn't look like there were any Wheaton players making runs to try to get on the opposite end of that throw-in.
And a miss hit, I believe, from Westermeyer. That one goes sky high. As Woodfin getting in the way once again. St. Olaf throw coming.
Yeah, Woodfin's been all over the field tonight, causing pressure and mistakes, and obviously the one that ended in the goal, but really everywhere, playing great defense from that left midfield position.
Stepping forward to handle that one was Holst. Now Thunder with the counter opportunity. Played forward, and Moyes just a step behind that ball. Almost snuck right into the top of the box.
Yeah, exactly.
Holst with it. Nice one time there. Looking to cross it in, finds on the ground. Moyes working in the box. That one poked away and now cleared out of danger. Shea will handle it. And this one will be dropped all the way back to Westermeyer. And a short clearance off the head of Stradinger.
Yeah, very nice show of Wheaton team defense there. There looked to be a counterattack brewing. But the defense did a good job of cutting out and stopping the progress of play and forcing them back.
This one sent all the way back to Hill now. Drops it to Biddlecombe. Hill looking for somewhere to go, sends it over the top, looking for Carey. And Carey with a good opportunity here works down to the corner. Crossed in, takes one hop up in the air. And now Westermeyer gets his hands on it. Lucas was the one to knock that down.
So important with those high punts to get the ball out of the air and make sure that you're not allowing it to get past your line of defense.
Hill with it, reverses field to find Shea on the far side. Shea with plenty of room, no pressure applied to him. Now this one flicked forward. Carey working in the middle, he controls but leaves that one behind. Stradinger jumps up and get ahead on that one. Now Carter chips it ahead. Douglas, a good opportunity for St. Olaf here. And then this one sent well over off to the left of the net.
Nice recovery from the Wheaton defense to prevent them from having a really good possession there.
Stradinger with it on the near side. Looking over the top. And all Lucas can do is clear that one off the near side. Throw in coming for the Thunder. Woodfin to take it.
Stradinger doing a nice job of forcing the issue with the long ball. Forcing the St. Olaf back line into an uncomfortable position.
This one played into the middle. Chip forward for Carey.
Wow.
And wow, What a play by Westermeyer. I don't know how he was able to corral that one. I was looking for a rebound. There's a beautiful one-touch, two-carry, sends it into the body of Westermeyer and just rolls on top of that one.
Yeah, Andrew Wade is just a master of redirecting balls in places right to the feet of streaking offensive players for offensive chances.
This one played into the box, but Biddlecombe plays this one perfectly, shuffles out a few steps and takes it with his hands. Shea moving forward at his leisure. About 10 minutes gone in this second half. Stradinger right around midfield, carries across. Now drops this one back to Hill. All the way back to Biddlecombe.
Again, really nice, patient play from this Wheaton backline. Stradinger and Hill and Shea all taking their time, not forcing anything and maintaining possession.
This one over the top, looking for Carey. Ball's loose. Wide open net. Westermeyer's not back in yet, but now he does recover as Carey chases this one down on the far side.
Yeah, it just took too high of a bounce over the head of Josh Green to get a chance. As people go flying all over the field.
Uber physical game right now as Wade recovers there. And now they'll slow things down. Wade now pushing forward. Drops it off to Stradinger on the near side. He's got some space to work. Right back to him, trying to carry into the box, ball bouncing around. And somehow Woodfin ended up with that. And now it will be cleared out up to Carter.
This is a very physical game. First game of the year for both teams. Both teams rearing to go.
Nice tackle by Shea there.
Yeah, Shea with a good recovery, now getting back, coming all the way across the field to make that tackle, in fact. Now Wade will reverse field to the far side for Holst. So a ball played over the top. Green chasing it down. He's got a chance to corral it. And now a weak shot up in the air off the deflection will end up with Westermeyer.
Really nice to see a run from Josh Green there, a fifth-year senior captain. Haven't seen a ton of him tonight, but a beautiful run and a beautiful ball from Drew Shea all the way from the back. Good to see both of them getting in on the offensive action.
And Stradinger with a nice cutback to free himself up from Morkeberg. And now another long ball looking for Green. That takes a hop, checks up. Now Moyes sends one on frame, but that will go harmlessly into the body of Westermeyer.
Yeah, an incredibly ambitious attempt from A.J. Moyes. Had Josh Green on the flank and looked to take one on his own.
Yeah, Moyes a little slow to get up, but he does seem to be moving around all right now. And Wade will be whistled for the trip there, as it was Brockhart taking a tumble. Lucas plays it ahead. Now chip over the top. Shea gets ahead on it. Knocked down by Wade. Near side, Brockhart. And this one headed on, it takes a couple bounces, and Biddlecombe won't even use his hands, he just takes that one with his foot. Giving himself a little bit of time, just passes it off. Hill with it, has Stradinger. Stradinger reverses field, but puts that one into no man's land. Douglas ends up with it. And thankfully for the Thunder, Wade able to get out of a couple defenders with that one. And Wade takes a shoulder to the chest, no whistle. Drop back to Shea.
I think this is about the time that fatigue really starts to set in. It's important, supremely important at the college level to be incredibly fit. And it'll be interesting to see how fatigue plays into the rest of this match.
Yeah, 2/3 of the way into the game as total. About 30 minutes to play here in the second half of regulation. Thunder still sitting on top 1-0 from that Will Woodfin goal in the first few minutes of the second half.
A great step there from Jack Stradinger, not allowing his man to receive the ball easily, but forcing the issue.
And now we will see some substitutions. We'll see Pack, Kapitanuk, and Robbins enter the game for the Thunder. And it will be Woodfin, Stradinger, and Dunlap getting a rest.
A great showing from Will Woodfin so far this game. Obviously the goal, but he's been flying all over the field, causing the defenders to make mistakes and really creating offensive chances.
The Thunder trying to push forward here. Moyes plays it far side, has Carey. Carey looking for a central move. He's got room, fires a left foot shot on the ground, but Westermeyer handles that one.
Wheaton's had some nice counterattacks. They just haven't been able to capitalize on any of them yet.
Yeah, exactly. Max Carey makes a nice inside move. And Carlos Torres is tugging on his jersey a little bit, that in a way that disrupts the shot and doesn't allow him to get as much power on it as much as he'd like.
Brockhard with it on the near side, pushing forward. Finds Gallman. Gallman takes a shot, and that one will be handled by Biddlecombe just outside the 6. Robbins now with it, plenty of space. Slows things down, drops it back. Back to Robbins. Now Hill. Hill finds Shea far side.
We were talking at the beginning of the game of the shoes that Hill and Shea would have to fill in central defense. Reed Bartley, an incredible player. All 4 years he was here. And Noah Gully, a transfer who slipped into that central back spot late in the season last year.
Yeah, he was initially a target forward, a big man up top, but Coach DeClute found a place for him on that back line, and they were rock solid.
Yeah, exactly. And so far in this game, Shea and Hill have both been steady.
And a whistle and a foul will be called on the Thunder. I believe that's Holst who pushed up from his position at right back. There's a few subs for each team getting ready to come back in. Westermeyer sends this one away. Kapitanuk takes control of that one. Now Moyes outside for Green. Green cuts back to the middle. He's got some space. Looking for Carey. Green goes down hard after the pass, but no whistle. And a nice tackle there from Shea. Carey now with it, plenty of room, plays it to Pack. Pack all alone, he's got space, fires a shot. Westermeyer able to handle that one, not much behind it from the left foot of Pack.
Yeah, Pack was looking to decide whether he's going to take it on his own. As you can see here, Max Carey with a beautiful ball to Pack. AJ Moyes asking for the ball, but didn't have the angle to thread it through. Austin Pack takes it on his own and can't get enough on that left-footed shot.
Carter trying to do something for the Olies. He's got some space, battling there against Kapitanuk. This one chipped in, and it will be taken on the short hop by Biddlecombe.
Yeah, the Wheaton back line has been steady thus far tonight, but they need to be wary of counterattacks. They have not been tested much recently in this game, so they need to remain aware and awake.
Now ball over the top to Carey. He chips it over the defender, trying to gain some room in the box. Has it, sends across. This one deflected out, and will be cleared all the way up to Torres.
Yeah, that was an incredible bit of individual ability from Max Carey, chipping the ball over the defender and running around him to get a chance.
And this one chipped forward looking for Carter, and a good effort by Robbins to knock that one down. Torres with it. Now a reversal to the near side. Finds Brockard. Gallman. Now Hill sends this one downfield, headed on by Lucas. Brockard flicks it, but it will be a Thunder throw-in, and a number of substitutions for the Thunder. It will be Wingate, Copland, Whalen, Miller, and Dunlap. And for the Olies, it will be McCray, Hawkinson, and Amani re-entering the game.
Munya Rubega Amani has got to be the best name in all of college soccer, and I dare you to find a better one.
It's got to be. It's up there. We're looking at that pregame, and yeah, it's good. Dunlap has it with plenty of space, keeps pushing forward, now cuts inside, gets tripped up. Now it'll be a St. Olaf throw-in from their own defensive third. This one deflected out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in immediately taken by Brockard. Chip downfield, Robbins puts a head on it. Finds Kapitanuk, and Kapitanuk tripped up by McCray Hawkinson. And Carter with words for the referee, unhappy with something.
Yeah, with this 1-0 victory, Coach DeClute is ushering Justin Hill to get it going quickly, that he wants his team to keep putting the pressure on this St. Olaf side. A 1-goal lead is never safe.
Push forward to Wingate, the Thunder with an opportunity here. Chipped in, skips across the face of the goal. Brockard tries to clear it out right off the body of Whalen, I believe, and he's down. Whalen's slow to get up. The training staff will head out to take a look at him.
Yeah, a beautiful ball in. Right across the goal face, right where you want to put it, just out of the reach of Westermeyer. And it just fell to the feet of a St. Olaf defender that they cleared it out, and it hit the head of Austin Pack, who is a little bit slow to get up.
And Pack will be ushered off the field under his own power, thankfully. But there will be an injury substitution. Waiting on word to see who that will be. And it looks like it will be Ben Coryell.
Injury substitution for Wheaton, entering the game, number 28, Ben Coryell.
Ben Coryell, a freshman out of Ephrata, Pennsylvania, getting his first minutes tonight as Austin Pack comes off.
Yeah, Coach DeClute really using his bench, looking to see who he can rely on late in the year, getting a lot of different guys experience, especially the young guys.
And Whalen with a good job getting in front of that ball. Now a centering pass to Dunlap, but a miscommunication between Dunlap and Kapitanuk will lead to an Olaf counter. And a dangerous clearance there as Biddlecombe was coming out. There'll be a stoppage here as another St. Olaf player is down.
Yeah, we talked earlier on the broadcast about the importance of communication, especially in a fast-paced game like this. There was a bit of a miscommunication in the offensive half. It led to a serious counterattack from St. Olaf that almost proved to be a goal. But a nice defensive play by Drew Shea, cutting it out and getting it out of danger.
So the Thunder still clinging to a 1-0 lead here with about 22 to play in regulation at Joe Bean Stadium.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time to be wary of counterattacks and easy giveaways. This is not the time for a mental lapse on either side's side.
Well, mental lapse is the only way we've gotten to the point where we are. Otherwise, it would still be a 0-0 game.
So it looks like the injury sub will be number 21, Olaf Morkeberg, for the St. Olaf Olies.
I think he chose the right school.
That's a lot of Olaf. Oh, maybe there won't be an injury sub. It looks like Lehman will stay on the field. So Morkeberg will head back towards his team's bench. Huh? Never mind.
Looks like they're going to make Lehman come off.
I bet they'll keep him off until play restarts because they did have to bring the training staff on, and then after a minute or so, he'll be able to come back on. That's something you see more in professional soccer where there's only a limited amount of substitutions. Lehman obviously didn't want to have to wait for another stoppage to re-enter the game.
And he realizes how pivotal he is in the St. Olaf attack and how much they need him out there. And if he's good to go, he wants to be out there.
And too strong from Coryell as that one skirts away. And St. Olaf will push the other direction. Douglas chasing this one down, battling with Miller. The Thunder take it away. Miller now with it, has some space. Looking for Wingate in the midfield. And now finally Shea just clears this one up ahead for Whalen. Ball played in no man's land a little bit. Amani takes it. McCray Holkinson. Ahead to Whalen. Controls, has some space, finds Wingate. Wingate moving back towards the middle, fires a shot, and that one misses out wide on the far side of the net.
But a very good attempt here by Wingate. Receives the ball and sees a lot of green space in front of him, attacks it. Looks off the streaking, flanking midfielder and takes a shot. A nice knuckleball that dips but just misses to the right of the net.
Westermeyer sends this one away, headed up in the air by Dunlop. Wingate gets a touch on that one. Battling there with McCray Holkinson, and beautifully takes it away as it gets to Coryell. Whalen turns the corner, pushes ahead, drops back to Coryell. And that one just rolls through no man's land.
Yeah, Peter Whalen, a young striker, uses the body very well. And here he goes again.
Now Whalen with an opportunity, cuts to the side, sends it past and a goal! Peter Whalen puts the Thunder up 2-0.
Look at that crowd.
Peter Whalen, a young striker. We were talking at the beginning of the game about Max Carey and Josh Green as the forwards on this team. But as you can see from this highlight right here, Peter Whalen says, "I'm next." A beautiful hesitation to the side, sends the ball outside and has a nice finish past the hands of Westermeyer.
He got the goalie to commit, and then all he had to do was wait for him to pick a side.
And how about Wingate getting that whole thing started, battling down low, then using his quickness to just spin around a defender and play a beautiful ball in to free up Whalen.
17, Peter Whalen. Whalen, the only assistant number 2, Mr. Wingate. Whalen from Wingate.
So now St. Olaf in a bit more of a hole, down 2 goals with just 19 and a half minutes to play.
Yeah, certainly not insurmountable, but it's getting to the point where you really want to hurry. And I think it's getting to the point where Wheaton can think about parking the bus a little bit and playing a bit more defensive.
The throw-in coming for St. Olaf. Brockard sends it in. Now this one will be played back towards Westermeyer. And this one rolls through all of the midfield, kind of in no man's land. Now Croyle chasing that one down, forces Lucas to just send that off on the near side. And it'll be a throw-in coming for the Thunder. This one thrown in behind Brockard, finds Wingate. Trying to work into the box, gets back to Croyle. No, this one cleared all the way back. It's Shea will drop it back to Biddlecombe. No pressure being applied to Biddlecombe, so he plays it easily over to Hill. Into Kapitanek, back to Dunlop. Dunlop chips that one far side for Miller.
And at this juncture of the game, Wheaton can afford to take its time, be patient. Obviously, it still wants to attack, send balls to the corner. But there's no rush at all with a 2-0 lead.
Coryell centers this one looking for Wingate, but too strong. Zamani knocks it down there. Now ball in no man's land. Coryell, Wingate chasing it down. Thunder with another opportunity, but Lucas slides in and clears out off the far side, so it'll be a Thunder throw.
Yeah, another young player, Mr. Wingate, all over the field, been playing very well tonight.
Earned himself an assist on that last goal by Whalen.
Yeah, exactly.
The Ole's trying to get this one out of their defensive third, but are unable to do so as Miller controls. Thunder with another attacking opportunity, but that one gets poked away and rolls harmlessly to Westermeyer. Omani with it. Brockard. McCray Hulkinson. Kapitanek finds Wingate. He's got space. Plays it through. Nice ball to Coryell. Coryell looking towards the middle of the field. Drops it back to Kapitanek. Plays it in. Whalen again fires a shot. Deflected. Follow up and a goal! The freshman, Shane Copland, puts that one away.
An incredible turn and shoot from Peter Whalen to induce a tough rebound right to the feet of Shane Copland, who's able to put it in the back of the net. The crowd is going nuts. You can see it here. Peter Whalen controls it with ease and finds the space. Forces an incredible save from Westermeyer, who uses one outstretched hand to cause a rebound right to the feet of Copland. Not much you can do there for him. I mean, he did absolutely everything he could.
Yeah, he even got a touch on that shot from Copland. So Westermeyer with a superhuman effort there to make the first save, and just something that you would never expect for him to even get close to making a touch on the second. We'll get one more. That's the Woodfin goal from earlier in the game that started this barrage. The Thunder now leading 3-0 with 16 and a half to play.
Copeland the goal, the assist.
And one person who just subbed in, Colby Versage.
17, Peter Whalen, and number 10, Jacob Kapitaniak. Copeland from Whalen and Kapitaniak.
They're going to give the secondary assist to Kapitanek on that from his initial ball into Whalen. And now the Thunder with another chance here.
You can tell the third goal was just demoralizing. The body language of the St. Olaf players, so they're a little more droopy than they were before.
Now this one played in, Whalen controlling once more. Drops back to Robbins. Tried to leave it for Versage.
a thing to notice here is that outside of the 2 central backs, there might be only 1 remaining starter out there. So Coach DeClute has really gone to the bench late in this game, and there really has been no drop-off. I mean, we've seen 2 goals coming from reserves at this time in the game.
Yeah, misplay there from Dunlap, who goes down awkwardly. And he's slow to get up. So the Thunder, as we mentioned before, will be back in action tomorrow, facing off against the Loris Dewhawks at 7 p.m. or as soon as they get going, considering there's 3 other games ahead of them in the final day of the Bob Baptista Classic. You see Dunlap gets up and moving around. We'll see a few more substitutions. It looks like Elliot Paul and Josh Green are getting set to enter the game.
Injury substitution for Wheaton will be number 13, Josh Green.
So Green will come on to replace Dunlap. And that will give St. Olaf a chance to make a single substitution of themselves. They'll send in Joe Pugh, who will replace Brockard.
And I think if you're Coach DeClute, you got to be happy with how this game is going so far. 3 goals, no goals let up. Your keeper really hasn't been challenged all that much. The defense is playing well. A great start to a season thus far.
And a foul will be called against Amani. And the Thunder will have a free kick coming to get things set. And we will have an opportunity to speak with Coach DeClute after this game. Looking forward to hearing his thoughts about his team's offensive explosion in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. Last year's team wasn't a huge offensive team. And come out in this first game with 3 goals is extremely promising.
And Wingate with a really nice move there. Just slicing through the defense. The Thunder still providing some pretty solid pressure on this back line for St. Olaf.
Yeah, not allowing them much room to work with, not many passing lanes to use. Peter Whalen working very hard at the top.
Pushing forward here is Carter. Now sends it ahead. St. Olaf trying to make some noise here. Miller with a good defensive effort. Locking down Stewart on the far side. Stewart sends that one towards the box, and that's handled on the edge of the 6 by Biddlecombe.
Yeah, nice charge from Biddlecombe coming out to meet that ball rather than letting it come to him.
Robbins dropped this one back to Hill.
You can tell that St. Olaf looks a bit fatigued out there. They're not providing much ball pressure. Wheaton has a lot of time to work with the ball.
Amani handles this one in the middle of the field, but chips it past McCray. Now recovered there is Carver. Stewart drops this one back. Played centrally to Carter. Now near side for Pugh, but he can't handle it, and that will get out of bounds. Throw-in coming for the Thunder.
Into the game for the Oles, number 12, Ahmad Newman.
Ahmad Newman entering the game for the Oles, and Elliot Paul giving Hill a break for the Thunder.
That's the first substitution we've seen at the central back position, a position that often does not get substituted. Elliot Paul, another option that DeClute has off the bench.
Yeah, someone who saw a lot of time on that back line last season.
Yeah.
$11.5 to play here at Joe Bean Stadium. Thunder holding a commanding 3-0 lead. Carter drops this one back to Lucas on the far side.
It seems as if Wheaton is content to kind of drop back into a compact shape right now and force St. Olaf to come to them. They're still going to move as a unit up and down, but no reason to leave any openings for St. Olaf to attack through.
Coryell drops this one back to Miller. Miller turns and faces, gets tripped up. No whistle.
Not sure what happened there, but there were some flying bodies that Drew Shea was
Bodies
involved
flying
in.
around. Shea hit the deck. It looked like he was joined on the ground by Lehman. Carter with it. Now chipped ahead, looking for Stewart. Stewart trying to cross this one in, finds Amani. Ball in the air, but then cleared out. Gallman with it. That one can't get through. Lehman now with an opportunity, sliding out his Hiddlecombe. Shea hit the deck, and he's still down. And there will be a stoppage here. It looked like Shea might have just tripped over Biddlecombe when he slid out to handle that one.
Yeah, and it looked as if he landed a bit awkwardly.
And you hate to see that, especially this late in the game. That's all but decided. But Shea is now getting up under his own power, walking a little gingerly, however.
Into the game for St. Olaf, number 16, Tierno Gee.
Number 16, Tierno Gee will enter the game
For Wheaton, number
for
11,
St. Olaf.
Excuse me, number 3, John Steiner.
John Steiner will see his first action for the Thunder,
Also number 26, Chase Gwynn.
as will number 26, Chase Gwynn, a couple of freshmen there.
Coach DeClute using this early opportunity to get as many people in the game as possible.
So corner awarded to St. Olaf. And Stradinger will re-enter the game as Shea comes off.
Into the game for Wheaton, number 25, Jack Stradinger.
After the injury bug the Thunder dealt with last year, you don't want to take any risks.
The corner sent in, then easily dealt with by the Thunder. However, that one lasered back in one time. Looked like it was Amani.
Yeah, almost caught Biddlecombe by surprise, but he was right there to stop it.
Thunder pushing forward slowly here. Paul gets it. Now Miller plays it ahead. Right back to him. Drops it back to Elliot Paul. Steiner. Versage. Versage within the midfield. Stradinger. Robbins finds Steiner. Green. Coryell. Versage battling with Carter. And Carter goes down after the fact, and that will be Colby Versage picking up a yellow card, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, that was.
Wheaton's number 16, Colby Versage.
Versage looked as if he was just hustling after the ball, and it was a body-to-body, most likely a foul, but I don't know about a card.
Has been cautioned.
And Carter a little slow to get up, but he's up and moving around now. Went down way after that. Miller ends up with it. Pushes forward. Gwynn drops it right back to Miller. Now Paul drives through to clear that one out of danger. Carter goes down once again. And we will see another stoppage. Now all of Carter's teammates look like they're about to pull him up, which
Yeah, this has been a bit of a physical game. I think both teams are fairly physically taxed. They're tired.
Olaf Morkenberg.
it looks like it'll be Olaf Morkenberg entering the game for Carter.
Congratulations to tonight's Rikens Rowdies fans of the game, the men of T6.
So Westermeyer with it will play it forward to Volk. Steiner gets ahead on that one. Stradinger headed into the middle for Coryell, now Versage. Robbins. Steiner trying to work around Pugh there. Some fancy footwork. Now pushing ahead is Noman. Versage pokes that one out towards Miller.
Colby Versage, a pretty late sub in this game. A senior. Definitely has looked calm and collected out there. Has distributed well. Has received the ball in tight spaces. And has been hustling out there.
McCray Holkinson plays that one forward. Finds Morkenberg. Robbins with some physical defense there.
Able to kick that while lying down.
Morkenberg with it, taken away by Steiner. No, it'll be Gallman. And a collision out on the sideline. So throw in coming for the Olies. Steiner handles that one and sends it out towards the near side.
And it looks like the assistant ref called an illegal throw.
24, Kyle Shoemaker.
And Kyle Shoemaker will enter the game for the Thunder. Josh Green comes off for most likely the last time tonight. Inside 4 minutes to play.
Wheaton content to take their time, not force the issue.
Paul with it. Pushes it ahead to Miller. Now pushing the other way is Amani. Paul intercepts, and he's going to slow things down, drop it back to Miller. Coryell plays it across. Now Steiner pushes it ahead to Shoemaker. Trying to drop it back, no look to Steiner. Finds Robbins now. Now this one chipped in. Headed on by Versage. Versage with it. Now pushing ahead here is Lehman, but he cannot control it.
Lehman is not happy with himself. A great defensive stop from Elliott Paul there in a time of danger.
And this one played forward. Shoemaker with some space, looking for Gwynn, but loses control. That one taken away by McCray Holkenman. Miller pushing forward. Nice leave, and Miller's taken down from behind. That'll be a free kick coming for the Thunder. Miller a little slow to get up after that one. With a minute 15 left, the Thunder will have another opportunity at a free kick here in a pretty dangerous spot. It's one sent in, then headed out of danger.
1 minute remaining in regulation, 1 minute.
The Ole is not done yet. Still pushing ahead. Lehman loses control of that one. Steiner with it. And after Steiner makes the clean tackle, there'll be a foul called on Morkeberg. So the Thunder will reset with 30 seconds to play.
Though a chippy game, this game showed many positives from the Wheaton side. I think you saw a lot of depth. Many different players got into the game, in critical minutes. You saw a lot of different people scoring the ball. Peter Whalen coming off the bench, providing a goal of his own and a beautiful shot that caused a deflection leading to a goal.
3, 2, 1.
And a great start for this Wheaton Thunder side.
Yeah, 100%. There's a whole lot to love about this 3-0 victory for the Thunder, especially against a solid physical team such as St. Olaf. Looking forward to hearing what Coach DeClute has to say. I think one of the bright spots was definitely the freshman keeper, Biddlecombe. I mean, you put a freshman out there at any time, you're never really sure what you're going to get. And Biddlecombe played very well. He seemed incredibly composed throughout. And I think that's a great sign for things to come for this program.
Yeah, he was steady back there. He knew when he needed to come out of the net. He knew when he needed to stay back. He was able to help out the defensive line when they were pressured. And he made a lot of good decisions. A clean sheet is always a great way to start a career.
Yeah, absolutely. And not to mention 3 different goal scorers for the Thunder. And you had Woodfin just right place, right time, able to take that away from Westermeyer and really beat him here. You see Westermeyer didn't even see him. Woodfin puts that one in the back of the net and goes crazy. That's what really opened everything up in the second half. And that was immediately followed shortly after by the goal from Whalen, which was just gorgeous.
Yeah.
You see Woodfin still celebrating. That just shows the lead up and the build towards this goal until up until that point, Westermeyer looked like a brick wall standing on that line.
Yeah, exactly. It was a stalemate in that first half. He had 9 saves in the first half.
And now you see the beautiful move by Wingate to free up Whalen. He cuts back, forces Westermeyer to make a decision, and just cuts that back away from where he went to.
Yeah, slots it perfectly. And as you can see on this last one, Peter Whalen settles it perfectly and turns to the opposite end. Puts a shot on net. Westermeyer makes a beautiful save, but Copland is right there to tap it in.
And so I think we're about to hear from Thunder head coach Jake DeClute. He is on his way up to speak with us. Maybe not, as he came into the booth and then promptly walked out to go speak with his team. So look at the final stats from the game. The Thunder put up an astounding 21 shots, 17 of them on goal, compared to just 2 shots from the St. Olaf Olis, neither of them registering on goal. So technically, Hayson Biddlecombe didn't make a save in this game because he didn't have to. Now, you look at that next to the numbers for Ben Westermeyer, 14 saves on 17 shots against him. That's just, those numbers are spectacular.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless, Westermeyer had an incredible game. Just, you face that many shots, at least 3 are going to get by you.
Yeah, a 3-0 defeat doesn't look great on paper, but Westermeyer has a lot to be proud of. 14 saves. I mean, when you have 21 shots, exactly what you said, it's hard to save them all. And the Wheaton fan club was just incredible tonight. The school really came out in large numbers, and it was certainly an all-school affair.
Yeah, one of the things that has been happening in the past few years in the school has been the emergence of Riken's Rowdies, and they were out in full force tonight. It was a sea of orange still filing out after this just spectacular victory for the Thunder.
And you have to think that in some capacity, the crowd played into that first goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they were getting on everybody from St. Olaf, as you want your home and field advantage to be doing. And that, at least in some, like you said, at least in some capacity led to it. Westermeyer wasn't entirely focused, gave that one away. Woodfin put in the back of the net. Unfortunately, we will not have time to speak with Coach DeClute tonight. So that'll do it for tonight's broadcast on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. The Thunder are 3-0 victories over St. Olaf. The freshman Hiddlecombe posts his first clean sheet of his career. Thank you for joining us here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. I'm Nate Stein for Seth Meyer and Ben Hansen. Thanks for watching.